is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are heading to Austin. So I'm currently in the airport parking lot getting ready to pop on a shuttle. So I'm so excited to take you guys along for this little Austin trip. We're in Austin. At Abby's apartment. She's just showering before we go off to the grocery store, but I'm so excited to be back in Austin. I love it here. I actually tried to move here before moving to Utah. It's just like, honestly, like probably my second favorite place ever. I love Utah for all of the outdoor things, and like you guys know, it is home, like true home to me. But I love the community in Austin. It is unmatched. The fitness community is insane. The food is incredible, absolutely incredible, especially as someone with celiac. I feel like I have so many different options, but ultimately the people are just so awesome here. So excited to be back. I feel like I come here at least every quarter-ish. So this was my quarterly visit to come visit some friends. But this is actually my first time in the city without having like a business thing that I'm doing here. So of course, every time I come here, I feel like I just do a million things. Like it's impossible for me not to come here and have an incredibly packed schedule, but we're not showing up with like a million things on the schedule. So I'm excited to just be here. And we're going to a Josiah Queen and Brandon Lake concert tomorrow evening, on Friday evening. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be here. So excited to take y'all along for maybe some food, some exercise, some fitness, and yeah, maybe talk to some people about running and food and fitness and Jesus. We'll see. But yeah, happy to be in Austin. Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
Okay, we just got back from F45, our first workout of the day.
So fun.
It's already sticky and sweaty, but honestly, we had AC. It was great. But we're getting ready today to go to On It at 11, and then we're going to the Josiah Queen, Brandon Lake concert. So really stoked about that. It's going to be a day full of festivities.
Amanda and Abby day.
Yes, Amanda and Abby weekend.
Okay, we're going for our second workout of the day.
Second workout of the day. Can't wait.
On it.
Let's go.
Before our third workout of the day, so it's good.
Singing and dancing.
Okay, we are ready for the Brandon Lake and Josiah Queen concert. Come show your outfit. Got like some shoes. We basically have been in workout clothes the entire trip, so this is the first time and probably the only time you'll see us in not workout gear.
Except for church.
Oh yeah, except for church. Okay. Anyway, we are gonna go to the concert. I will vlog it on my phone as much as I can. We'll see you guys there.
All my sin. So I decided I was going to sing about him and sing to him for the rest of my life. And when I wrote this song, I was reading about this guy in the Bible. His name was Barabbas. And we don't know much about him. What we do know is he wasn't a good guy. He murdered. So that's not, he was sentenced to die. The worst punishment was dying on a cross. And man, luckily for him, and luckily for me, this man named Jesus comes and he took our place on that cross. So when I was writing this song, I had this realization that I'm not David, I'm not Moses, but I'm Barabbas, and I think we're all Barabbas in here. So let's sing this song. This one's called I'm Barabbas. Let's go. I am Barabbas.
Okay, here with Matt Johnson. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
He's on YouTube. He has a new documentary that's out. Plug it.
The Long Way Across. 841 miles across Texas.
Ooh, watch it here on YouTube. I can put it in the description too. But we just got done with the 20 piece. It is like
90 degrees.
It's so hot.
It's so freaking hot.
We're matching.
Time 30 minutes.
Accidentally matching.
Somehow matching.
But Abby wasn't feeling good this morning, so she stayed home to rest. We're gonna get some dinner later.
Feeling good.
We're gonna do some cold plunge recovery before I head out and take you guys along for the rest of the day. Cheers.
So we've got a little post-run lunch. I already had a protein shake with 32 grams of protein, but I'm gonna have this. That heat today just like absolutely crushed me. I mean, I've been running in Utah heat, which is like 95 to 100 degrees, but it's dry heat, and my runs don't generally end at 11:30. We started later than normal today, so we did get done like pretty stinking late, so it was so hot, so hot. But, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I did want to do a little recap of yesterday's worship nights. So the opener was Josiah Queen, which Abby and I absolutely love Josiah Queen. He is like what I would describe as like Christian Noah Kahan, and his music is just like such good feel-good music, and like it really does bring glory to God in like the most creative and beautiful way, and I just love him. So if you've not listened to Josiah Queen, I need to put you on. He's incredible, and if you're ever like needing good like road trip music, I feel like he's just the best. So he was incredible. And then Brandon Lake and Phil Wickham performed together. I actually wasn't expecting them to perform together. I thought that they were just gonna go and have separate sets like normal, but they performed together and they were insanely good together. And it was really crazy to be like in this arena of people who just all like knew every single word to these worship songs and were able to praise Jesus together in a room. And I think there's literally nothing more powerful than a room filled with believers who just pour their heart out because of the goodness of God. And like what I think is incredible as well is like every single one of these people has battled different storms. Like obviously my storms of like cancer and my recent miscarriage, and that recent storm is unique to me, but I know that there was several other people in the audience who've experienced something similar or might experience something similar in the future. And like the fact that we can all come together, different walks of life, different storms that we're chasing, and be together as one like united front and worship God together is so powerful. And I just absolutely love it. And this is a huge reason why I love church in general. I think like church, the right church for you will serve to you as a community of people who just come together with God. And I have like my own beliefs about like super religious people and like the background with that. And I think for me, like I came from church hurt more so of like people saying that they were believers but then acting a different way. And I think that church will serve you when it's the right one. Like I think the right church will provide you with kind of the experience that we experienced last night, like being, I don't know what that was. Like encouraging you to be like closer to God and have your own personal relationship with God versus like being super religious and focusing more on like condemning the individuals who are going to church, etc. So I just, that's such a side note. Maybe we could talk about that more in the future, but I just absolutely loved it. I love coming together with other believers. It's just one of my absolute favorite things. And Matt, who I ran with today, is a believer. Abby is a believer. Matt Choi, who I generally will run with or sauna with while I'm here, he's actually out of town this week, but he's also a strong believer. So I just feel like this has been such a God-filled weekend, and I just absolutely love it. That's gonna be the title of this video. God-filled weekend in Austin. Love it. Okay. Abby's alive.
I'm alive. I'm here.
She's feeling better.
We're rallying.
We're rallying.
We went too hard at the worship night.
Yeah, that's what it was. We are actually at a tattoo shop. So we are gonna get some tattoos. I'm gonna take you guys along. We both summited Mount Whitney. You guys actually saw a vlog of it. So we're getting Mount Whitney tattoos. And they're gonna be so cute. I'm really excited about it. So we're gonna go in and do that. Let's do it. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I did not close out yesterday's day, but we ended up going to the Well, which was so stinking good. The Well for me is like heaven because for celiacs, the entire restaurant is completely wheat-free, celiac safe. They also don't use dairy in any of their products or any of their recipes, and also don't use seed oils. So it is like the healthiest but most delicious food ever. It is so stinking good. It was incredible. I had a sirloin steak, and then I also had quinoa rice, and then had a couple of potatoes, and it was just so stinking delicious. So I am kind of hungry because yesterday we did run 20 miles, and I just feel like the day after I run 20 miles or above, I'm like a little bit ravenous. So I'm gonna have breakfast this morning to make sure that I've got something in my stomach, and then probably have bring a couple snacks to church. So I am gonna have my proats. So this is, I was hoping to actually show you guys this at home, but I'm gonna show you guys how I make this, because even though it's really simple, I get a bunch of people who ask. So it's just better oats, the apple cinnamon version. I just put it in, and then I heat up some hot water. At home, I have like the little kettle, and then I pour it over, and then I let it sit a little bit before I put the protein in. So I'll show you that. So the water is about done. Just gonna pour it over, oops, steamy lens. Boom, and just let it sit for a little bit here. So I basically overfill this with water. Like if I was just making oats, I wouldn't put this much water. So I just let that sit for about like a minute. And then once it's been sitting for about a minute, it should look a little bit like this, a little watery. So that's when I'll put the protein in. So I have 1 scoop of BPN vegan that I brought from home. So let's pop that in. Usually I use vanilla, but I'm just gonna use what I brought, which was the chocolate. So pop that in. So the oats are already cooked. I'm just adding the protein in now. And I might need a little bit more water, but stir that. And that is the consistency that we want. So literally easiest 20 grams of protein that I'll eat all day. So delicious and so easy to make. So cheers to proats. Okay, so we just got back home. We went to church this morning at the Ridge in Austin. It was actually in Bee Cave, which was such a great service. The craziest thing actually happened, because I don't think that there's any coincidences when you have God in your life. Oh, that's a little wonky. Sorry, let me fix you better. There we go. What's crazy is that on the way to Austin, I just sat down with my Bible. I wasn't on my phone. I didn't do anything on my phone. I just really committed that time to reading the Bible, which is something that I've been doing when I know that I have like some time that's allocated that I could be doing other things, but I should just be like sitting down with the Lord. And I just committed that to my plane ride here. And I was like originally gonna read John, because I just love John, and I feel like, yeah, anyway, side note, but I just ended up in Philippians, and I just honestly was like, I'm just gonna spend time in Philippians. I have read through Philippians in my regular Bible, but I have my travel Bible here with me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read through Philippians. And then today at church, so I, on the plane, took notes on Philippians, is really like praying on Philippians and like trying to take into account the word with things going on in my life. And like, I literally broke down all of Philippians. And then today at church, what is the message? It's all around Philippians. And there's no coincidences in this world, but specifically when it comes to biblical things, I feel like when things just keep getting brought up into my life, I feel like it's 1000% for a reason, and I think that I just needed to be in Philippians this week. And one of the messages today at church was surrounding like this idea that I feel like sometimes we can be so distracted by things, but the things that we're doing on planet Earth, like what is the actual purpose of them? And are the things that we're doing here on planet Earth bringing glory to God, bringing people closer to God, bringing ourselves closer to God, and how are we spending our time that's purposeful here on planet Earth? So I feel like I really needed to know that, and something that the pastor actually said today was, he actually referenced a couple of verses in Philippians, and in Philippians it says, actually let me get the notes so I'm not mistaking. So I wrote down this because Philippians 1:12 says, what has happened to me has served to advance the gospel. And I just feel like, especially like over the past few weeks with like going through a miscarriage and everything, I feel like those little reminders of like everything that we face in this world, every storm that we face is for a purpose, and just being reminded of that. And I think I really needed to hear that today in church. And I just, once again, I think it's so crazy that I feel like God really just wanted me in Philippians over the past week. So absolutely love it. One thing that I also wrote down that was brought up today, he said, God's presence is our greatest power. And he also said, how can I magnify God with my body and my life today? So I just feel like those are good reminders for me to walk throughout life, having the basis of scripture of Philippians, and then being reminded that every day matters, and the things that we do every single day matter and can bring people closer to God, can bring ourselves closer, our families closer, and can bring our purpose back to God versus like to the million things that we could invest our lives into. So love that. That was incredible. And then we went to Sun Life after again, because I just have to continue to go to Sun Life every time I'm in Austin. It's a problem. And yeah, we did a little shopping. I got these pants. These are actually from Nike. They're crazy long, but so cute. And I'm gonna go get coffee with Rebecca Jane and her husband Tyler and their baby. So I'm so excited about that. And that's gonna wrap up essentially our day in Austin. I'll take you guys through if I do anything else, but that's gonna be kind of the majority of the stuff. So absolutely love it. I wish I would have gotten a clip with Jackson. I totally forgot about that, dang it. We hung out with Jackson Mitchell. I was actually on his podcast like 2 years ago called The Walk-On Mentality. And he's a man of God, definitely a believer, just like such a great soul. He was there at the well, he was actually at On It when I worked at On It. He was at dinner last night at the well, and then he was at church this morning. But I keep forgetting to vlog for y'all. So just know that Jackson has also been a big part of this trip as well. So if you've not watched our podcast, like I said, it's from 2 years ago. So maybe a different lens than what maybe I would talk about now. But yeah, walk-on mentality, super good. So anyway, we're gonna go get coffee now, and I'll bring you guys along. Cheers. Okay, I just got coffee. I'm gonna put up a picture of this on the screen of who I got coffee with, but I got coffee with Rebecca and Tyler and their beautiful daughter, Kaya. I actually went on their podcast like 2 years ago now, but I absolutely love spending time with them. I think they felt a little bit like, I guess, like of a nuisance having their baby at the coffee shop with me, and I'm like, you're not a nuisance. I absolutely love her. I think she's so freaking cute, and they are just like the cutest couple, and they're so freaking funny. So I love spending time with them. They're so sweet. If you don't already follow them on Instagram or on YouTube, you definitely should. They're incredible. So I absolutely love them. Tyler Joe, I think it's Hey Tyler Joe on IG, and then Rebecca Jane on IG and on YouTube. So absolutely love them. But I'm waiting for my incredible friend Abby to come pick me up from the coffee shop. She's been honestly the best along this trip, even though she's not feeling too great. She's just been like absolutely incredible. So the trip is coming to an end very, very quickly. It is 3:30, so my flight is pretty soon here, but I've absolutely loved my time here. And I love that I kind of didn't really schedule a whole lot as far as like business stuff goes. It's just all been like spending incredible time with my friends. So absolutely love it. Okay, we are back at the Austin airport. Wrapped up our trip. Absolutely incredible trip. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Okay, we are finally boarding our plane back to Salt Lake City. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I love you guys so much, and until next time, stay unbreakable.